So why aren't you exiting your business? I know the problem and I've got the solution. Stick around.
This is the Franchise Pitfalls and Profit Show. Each week, we bring you the challenges and triumphs of being in the franchise development and consulting business. The things you need to make money faster. And now your host, one of the most successful franchise developers in North America, Don Shin.
Hey, we've been working on a topic called the final exiting of your business. And this is going to be the last in this 4-part series. But this is going to be really direct, really blunt, and really at the heart of what's going on with you. I know what's going on. I'm going to share it. And if you are honest with yourself, you're going to realize this is what has been holding you back. I'm not saying you should exit your business, but I'm saying you could exit your business if you wanted to exit your business. This is the key that is holding you back. So let me lay out the scenario. You've worked most of your life, and this business has been it for many years for you. You are proud of what you've done. You've assembled a bit of a team, and they've done a good job. You've heard it said, and you've done it. The cycle of business is the owner takes care of the team takes care of the customer or the business, and the business ultimately takes care of the owner. You've done it. So what's holding you back? What's holding you back is that in your mind, you are the business and the business is you. What I'm talking about is your identity. Your identity is what's holding you back. You feel that because this is all you've ever done and all you've ever known, how do you separate yourself from your business? And it's something that's striking not just fear, but terror in you because you're not sure what to do. Who are you if you're not the business that you've been in for decades? So I'm going to say, just tear the Band-Aid off. No, I'm not going to say that. What I'm going to talk about is changing your paradigm, changing your model, changing the pattern that you've put together, you've embraced, you've strangled it, you've had a stranglehold on it. Change that pattern, and you'll be able to change the rest of your life. So here's what I'm talking about. If you've done things right, and if you've done a few things that I've told you in this series over the last month or so, if you're doing the things that I've been sharing, then you have a team, or you're in the process of having a team that can run things. So let's start with thinking about your legacy. Who and what is most important to you? This is the beginning of the paradigm shift. This is the beginning of the pattern change, the model differences. Think about investing, not spending your time. And the question then is, where do you want to invest it? You've loved your business, you've loved being in it. And you've done a great job, and you have a team in place, or you're beginning to build that strong synergy with the people that are running your business, and you're training up to run your business. But don't stay trapped in that business. Again, think legacy, think investing your time. You are not done if you leave your business. Your life is still important. And honestly, maybe it's more important than ever before. Your identity isn't stuck. Your identity isn't static, if you will. Your value, your worth, your significance can come in other ways. It can come from other sources. It can come in a different way. It can come in a different pattern. It can come in a different model. Let me share a little bit about me and what I've done and the way I've done it and some of the transitions that I have personally made. One of them is quite simply has been a grandparent. I talk now, and you may have heard me say this before, but I talk now about impacting not just the lives of my grandchildren, but the lives of my grandchildren's grandchildren. In other words, I want to have a multi generational impact. I want to live a life that impacts two, three, four generations. So I've transitioned out of just being an executive of a company or being a business owner and being a leader in the franchise industry. I'm now a grandparent. I've also gotten very deeply involved over the years in nonprofit work. I've been on the board of directors for several nonprofits. One in particular has really been a part of my life for probably 12 years. I've volunteered for 12 or 14 years. I have been on the board, on and off the board, based on their policies. Been on and off the board over the course of the last 10 or 12 years. It is a 3-facility rescue mission. It is a recovery center, and it is a community center in one of the most difficult areas of the city that I live in, or the suburbs of the city that I live in. We're changing lives every day. We just had our annual banquet. We heard so many different testimonies of how lives are being impacted, lives are being saved. Many people could potentially face life and death were it not for these facilities and the teams that we have there to work with people. And then, as I said, one of them is a youth center / community center, and we're really trying to change the lives and have an impact on the lives of children, so that they never get to a place where their life is threatened, or they never get to a place where they're on drugs or on alcohol or hooked to anything. We want to get them so that they're never at a place where they're homeless or destitute. I've also in recent years become a chaplain for young men in professional sports, a minor league baseball team, a AAA equivalent of a hockey team, and wow, this just keeps me excited and alive. There's a lot of parallels in my success in the corporate world and my success in my franchise days, winning awards, financial success. And so helping these young men at various levels of their careers, the things that are coming at them, the money that's involved today in professional sports. I've been able to impact lives, stay young myself, and just see some of these young men develop as men and also develop their faith, the spiritual component of them, and how it's changed their lives. We've been blessed to be invited to some of their weddings. We've had some of them live in our homes with us, and so these are young men that have gone on to great things, all-stars in baseball at the major league level, Cy Young Award winner. I mean, just incredible what these young men have achieved, and I've been able to be part of that journey, and thank God I've been able to impact their lives. So again, I want you to go back to your own identity. I want you to go back and consider changing your paradigm, shifting now today. Again, provided that your company is now working where you've got a strong team, the business can operate without you being there every day, and maybe even be at a place where you can divest yourself of that business. I want your paradigm shift to be one of legacy. I want your paradigm shift to be one of, how do I invest my time? What's important to me? Who's most important to me at this stage of my life? Your life is still important. Your identity is not trapped or solely wrapped around the business that you've owned and run for decades. And your identity does not have to be, it's not static and stuck. Your identity can change, and therefore your life can change. And hey, guess what? You can indeed successfully exit your business and have a life and a future. Change your identity, change your paradigm, change the patterns that you've lived and run for decades.